Hi, GC News, Mima Obibia Akwaba, Ahadie latest and hot news Akwa Aremeyaw Bremo. Aniti, so we subscribe ya. Bomodian say we subscribe to channel Sansa Ahadie latest and hot news Akwa Aremeyaw Bremo. Dobeyan say over click the subscribe button. Now what barely notification. We answer video be upload no. When the first person I will sabeka ASA video. I feel we are now like video. Like the video, give us a thumbs up. Now share my for so now when you be here now and someone also Dana Mema. I feel you share a summer abeto Yapuso. A year Kweku Annan, Kweku Annan at the latest FIA and Asante Bediatuo, the Yadiero, Kweku Annan Abedropo, latest. I watch a CSC, be our warmer, can it be your done hospital watches? You want us some. Now, 1% amount for a call in Jinji or my cordon area hot to say, that will be a call. So, and I watch a year. Among for a year Ghana for Mom Payama, the sunset, the Yadiano, the more I had the year pa. Now, Kweku also at the a year Japadia Hunsen so at the year Paul Adomochi, a year Kweku Bako, and a Kwamsifaka when he did a PPMO Ama Wada and Sem Goodwanara Eddie. And Tentemara Yanko Nakati Inputi a year and some year Kweku Annan Eddie Tuga, the fire Nana Asante Bediatuo in the latest. Intiro
Nana Asante Bediatuo. It's not getting well anytime soon, as I made this information known to you on Monday. And tonight, midweek, our intelligence report and our canary bird monitoring the space around Bediatuo also suggests that Nana Asante Bediatuo is not getting well anytime soon. Our intelligence is asking us to tell Ghanaians, more prayers for Nana Asante Bediatuo to get well. Why? Because top medical experts in the United States have been called upon. I repeat, top medical experts in the United States have been called upon to take care of Nana Asante Bediatuo. But it still doesn't, or as it were, seem not that Nana Asante Bediatuo is getting well anytime soon. Even though the government of Akufo Addo has sunk considerable huge sums of money into the United States health sector for Nana Asante Bediatuo to be taken care of. But Nana Asante Bediatuo isn't getting well anytime soon. And it still may not look like Nana Asante Bediatuo may join President Akufo Addo in the 52 more days left to go to the polls. What it means is that Nana Asante Bediatuo, who is the secretary to the cabinet, if Akufo Addo is exiting the office, one very fundamental role for Nana Asante Bediatuo is to sit to gather all the documents, sign everything, including said Nana Asante Bediatuo must stand in for Akufo Addo and do what is called the traditional exit plan and hand over to the next government. We call it a transition. Nana Asante Bediatuo may not, cannot, and will not be able to commission this, get this job done. It is so possible that somebody would have to come and do that job. Yes, it means Nana Asante Bediatuo is not getting well. Now, the last message to our intelligence report, I don't want to say it tonight. I'm sorry. I cannot say it. My young said Friday, you beat me there, I'm a Ghana for. So, in concluding on Nana Asante Bediatuo's health status, I call on Ghanaians here and around the world, sympathizers, friends and loved ones. Mua obwa munya contract me ade momompa emfema pape. Ni enhwe se de besiko. But may I say sika akọ pape na ya rehwem pretia kakrenye sika ketwa. But it's still not getting that well. So the transition ebekoso between Akufo Addo and Akufo Addo handing over to the next government, that transitional process may not, cannot, and will not be commissioned by Nana Asante Bediatuo. Sad indeed. I'm sorry.
You are watching Juicy
Folks,
News on YouTube.
And some is you, be we are see you. Yeah, it onipa, we are see ya. Only muhumu munini. So you wunya, so you were down for, so you were doing Munimuhumu. Bible Acampato, so Munimuhumu, and yes, sir. When you could down denti. Basaka cabin some way. Sir, mini, why? Do you know me? Do you know who I am? Miss Anyo, my name is Ibri Unfam Kusipi. Folks, as some can say the whole. When you may do my a Friday. Possibility that it may be Friday. If then I have to break the news and break it, we'll break it. Nana Asante Bediatuo report na mdesi wa mama. Afi the latest yenyane se Nana Asante Bediatuo baby odano. Baby Nana Asante Bediatuo odano. Woma eden womo accorded. I mean putting in quotation is being corded. So what it means is that if that place in code is being corded out, what it means is that not just any ordinary person in our bit mirror and Asante Bediatuo na swear. As it will be a den and Asante Bediatuo aquaquashe. Sisiano, a nipa biara entimi enra na Asante Bediatuo na kache just like that. No. Se kaneno ne bia no mo bie ema enipa tumi kohwa. Sisiano de atene se Nana Asante Bediatuo baby odano afi ya narrow the gates, if you like, the door passage to going to see Nana Asante Bediatuo has been narrowed. And I hope you can understand this. That door has been narrowed. You're close to. So if the door has been narrowed, it means not just anybody. And I'm a government official. And I'm not say. And I'm no, I'm sorry. One more narrow door. Now, if the door has been narrowed up, what it means is that not just say, baby, papa, onenam, and they said the nyoma air corn hono. No. And yeah, easy, sir. There be. No. May you say, or may it look like, say, the situation is getting worse and it's worsening day by day. Or which one is this? See, you're close to door no obi antimi nwremu se kane na nchom pese omoye ne no a afi location or one yasesa location nso. Why do you think they will do this? So now there is what you call speculation galore within the circles. Now me cut the circles now, you should know there is a rumor mill all around the circles. Yes, location maybe ordana. Two, the door giving passage to whoever has been narrowed.
News on YouTube. Hot news all time.
I can only still call on the sympathizers, loved ones of Nana Asante Bediatuo to continue to pray for Nana Asante Bediatuo. But again, per all intelligence gathering and our canary bears and our Trojan horse picking the signals, nature say, he cannot, will not, and may not come to help President Akufo Addo to do what you call a smooth transition, to hand over, because Onwe secretary to the president, he has to help the president to do what you call a transition. Another government in Auburn, I saw me transition or me handover. So betimi aba and another say they conjure a magic, unless magic be is conjured. Other than that, meaning how that magic would be like. Folks, Shannon say asem kese bi da homaye. With the very latest of Nana Asante Bediatuo, folks, the issue about Bediatuo otchere say sisi aye kase mamema mo the latest on Bediatuo nafi mefa ento na yankoyenim. Now, everybody knows that Nana Asante Bediatuo as a says abri into abeka eye yensa dedada. But ebra menemo kase information eguho, and whilst we are much closer to the location of Nana Asante Bediatuo, I've said it already, Sam. Nana Asante Bediatuo is not coming home anytime soon. No. Baby, it's not. So folks, now let's come to the Dampare document. Tonight we start the document from the national situation as regards the media landscape. Afriyie demu kowura ade a one more person omuye e media no mo and some trade union omo den. Now shall we? Upon kroma aye adwuma papa. Na afi upon kroma so tumi abomoden enya media fo a womo ponye sympathizers to NPP a womo ye NPP for adversarial. Up to about 80% of journalists for abeka NPP ho. Manos mi Kweku Annan. Yes. Mo dwo upon kroma adie. Into upon kroma dwuma oye nyana. He is on a mission. When we do upon Krumedio, and why you say Tam, meanwhile, no a journalist, not a multimedia, Quesitrum station. What the Quesitrum station at the Bobra, Bonnie Biobetia, at the NPP, and at the home. Afiyemra, the roles of wine, Afia Bebudi, journalists for Bang, and upon Krumetia, is secure. Number one, the roles of Kweku, editor-in-chief. Abdul Malik Kweku Bako, editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide. No, Dikai. Paul Adom and Otchere Eka Hominiana. Paul Adom Otchere. Hey, I do. Paul Adom Otchere. Kwame Sefa and a kind Esoswa. Kwame Sefa kind. Umina will recruit him. And the moment Kwame Sefa can order Koko Nisi Hop. Ejuma fon ena Kwame Sefa kan ti wono odie mo sori a ensem hu ne nkwase akeka osora na odi nipa bebegu so nu echi mu so odi okoboy abetra ho wo mbetra ho a de omo ya ne say image worshiping. Kwame Sefa kan ebetra ho a ena me na me chairman general ena me nkwase akeka any nothing they do that informs this country, that governs this country positive. Wono mbetra ho a image worshiping. And in Fishenimu and Obetra Honoye, on any host room go. He is one hell of a journalist who lack credibility, magnanimity, and research base. Yet, Okotra Kofi Annan Center, no course, security, whatever course, Untimi manifested with the proper journalistic standard. No, Ebetra Kokroko, and normally Kokroko, no, I a definition of government debe, payroll debe platform. Why do you not come? Obi of multimedia. Ekosi saying, you recruit to Omina, Yamina make a doco, and to a journalist now to Diana Dia. Now him see a recruiter. Come out, issue a press release or rejoinder. Nienkai. Obi of multimedia cannot be underestimated. It is for this reason that Nana nearly sacked Kandapa for delaying the release of their monthly allowance of 1 million Ghana cedis. Since the national security budget does not go through normal scrutiny, this group has to be assured of an enhancement of their regular emoluments in our next government on condition that they work hard for our anticipated victory in December. Onyame hu mobo asema mo kan se sa media fo ya mabobo omudini Abdul Malik Kweku Bako, Paul Adom Otchere eka ho, Kwame Sefa ena kan, Obi of multimedia ekosi saying 90 saying omo 94.7 womu nyina ye nkrofo ya recruit om na asema documentary kan se wonu be ye dwuma aboa wom enti emantawanta obi ba the national security minister Ayora Hwan can Albert can dapa on the president in term because one way is sikebia 1 million Ghana cedis yemfama each one of them since kana yemfama can dapa and address or better says kana so emma edintawantawa eba on the president in term folks enya asam ketwa na menemo kano enya asam ketwa ena menemo ye den e kan wa hano folks Yankupon hu nipa mobo. Yankupon hu nipa mobo. Now yemre. Hey. Afi yemra Osila Owusu on closure of opposition media. Mami Owusu di apie. Enti unim say asema me Kenya ne kra. Mami Owusu bra. Try rejoin the bra. Or say we score Owusu 70% for her execution. What it? Owusu max. We score Owusu 70% of her execution of the agenda. Today, close down pro NDC radio and television stations. As we see an here. Bibisamo. When say to ho. When say ye kana mu di echinye. Me say Owusu woma bonabaso woma man 70% so why ya say o close to NDC pro radio and television stations. Esi ana ensi yenkoso. Or say while we praise her for closing media entities such as 1 Radio XYZ, Capital Radio, Muntia FM, and many more, she scores some low marks in the implementation of the strategy. We expected her to leave Radio Gold. We expected her to leave Radio Gold from the list for obvious tactical reasons. She could have waived their debt like she has done for our friendly stations such as Ash FM in Kumasi. She could have been fired for the avoidable backlash in strategy, but for her long-standing roles as Nana protege. What a nipa bonisem. Nipa bonisem. Mami Owusu oma bonabaso man 70%. Dientia it sounds obon hu modern na oklosu stations ahudo bebria won mo ya affiliated to NDC. No man warning say station bit say Radio Gold ma onklosu dienti because so now Radio Gold obey on bibi kra na e kanwa Radio Gold for ne de no e na nche ohwe mo muntua kana wan hwe ne sa enti nibire eba Owusu a chomu ba be yinedi. Hey, mutrimu odin say na Ghana for me bisamo. Radio stations here, bobo, you close here and you close here, you close here. So, would you therefore say that this document is fiction? Afriyie. Na sente omujai mo Owusu nyano hudi ene chese oye nana protege. Now, last Wednesday I left a page. That page ni kwanya yene the business mogul ora Kweku Annan yede na efa so. Na document ni be kire kwanya Afriyie de ne papa Francisca Otin ono so yede ne be fa so. Ma membe kan bibia ne ba no. That page na me jai no. Tie de ebe. O say Francisca Otin must be axed from Parliament. What Francisca Otin must be asked. Not just say, ask cry and treat your friend is simple. Ask Abonuya. And so mude Abonuya. Ebony team a free Parliament or MPP. We get the Papone for hey, Papone Banwo, Francisca Otino, and so mude Abonuya Ebony free. Also, there is no doubt that one reason that would make our fight against Kweku Annan is his daughter, who is the MP for Kwabena East. Nana nearly made her a deputy minister for youth and sports, largely due to her age and her father's influence until the BNI report on her got to him. She seems to be patching camp with Allen, and ignorantly playing the Ashanti card. Asante Bediatuo. She would work against Dr. Bawumia's bid for Nana. Although she lobbied for a deputy ministerial appointment, Nana only gave her the NYA board membership just to stop her father from complaining about his token for the 2016 campaign. Oh, Bonia Mudine. Ahana Makani na chese. Eye Eurei Francisca Otin. One more chese. Where MPP nimba paun. Na one of contest MPP seat in Kwabena East. Na one more chese Olobe say Akufo Addo enye minister for youth and sports. But sent your move for sa post ni mane chese. Woman say Erano Odidiko Allen Kojo Kyeremanteng come. Eno eye musuo baako ema se ombema ne sa pose afi woman say ne papa ya say ye ma ne pose but BNI report ne eba ya sa BNI report no edru president wo no eno mu say oh sana odidi ko Alan Bonti so me den wo mu yi ne hwefo enti ministerial position om de be ma no Gyamfi ma no ye ma no only a board membership. Afuomu susu say parliament wono esie den ye de abonua ewo ne free ho tie nani nampo no mo che say eye owura Kweku otin dede bebrebe a waye se wapo MPP ti musum ye den monye na wabo MPP mpono no na so obi a wamo MPP e ami huni pa mobo tie o say Sammy Awuku, John Wedu and Chama Wuntumi have been tasked to ensure that she is contested and also loses the 2024 parliamentary primary of the party. In her stead, the current presiding member of Kwabri East, George Opong, soon to be a lawyer, or any other well-known Akufo Addo supporter, must be assisted to take over the seat by hook or crook. Afriyie domo to aswa ne trese Erano seat na or contest no. Womumpe obia obetimi aden a contest seat no ma won efiri ho. Menimu ka say Ghana for kwana ko check say Francisca Otei or contest seat na say wonya contest. Go and check it. Na beka chem say Kweku Annan you are a liar. Go and check. Afriyie wo obia wo mu use ni say wo mu de na be den wo mu de be contest ma me. Wo hu nipa poni am betimi edi. Bibia mu ye bia road map na da ho pepepe. Afriyie mra hijacking of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Or say, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation remains the largest media entity in terms of resources and reach. This means that any regime that captures GBC would control the critical mass, especially in rural communities where the private media does not find economically viable to invest. Sadly, the GBC has largely tilted towards the NDC. Perhaps the duration of the NDC as the longest ruling party has ensured that the majority of the GBC workers are anti-NPP. We have planned a 3-layer approach to capturing and controlling the state broadcaster for good. Firstly, the plan to revoke some of their TV channels will resume in 2021. The Omopache said GBC remain a strategic asset. I bet me abwa amanyo kubia. Just say media houses in the Bebre and capture and krasi. And as long as a GBC to me capture no, so momu to me capture GBC. Why? Because Woma Shehu said GBC hono enipo mgo ni nano NDC supporters. And to omo befa akonia sebisu dia capture GBC. Na sa kwan no omo ba befa so no. A plan in 3 layers. First plan omo befa no eninie tie. Firstly, the plan to revoke some of their TV channels will resume in 2021. That means GBC channels no revoke our licenses. We have had to backtrack due to the brouhaha surrounding the revocation of their 3 channels. It appears the time an election year was inappropriate. Kojo Opong and Kruma would execute this with fairness and make the channels available to our party business guys, whose list is being compiled. A number of the GBC radio stations would be sold since they are not living up to the task. One more part said, Kojo Opong Kruma and Yedi Edwani Babeshenensa. No more be sure say GBC license in the brain, Opong Kruma so she say, Yebeton Ediama MPP sympathizers. No one ma be the abeton. Invariably, MPP is controlling GBC. And here, phase 1 or first plan. Secondly, in our next government, we have to execute a massive agenda where most senior GBC staff will proceed on leave. Others would also be transferred to some very remote communities where life appears unbearable. The strategy is to get them resign and their positions be filled with party loyalists. The Omopache say, Afriyie omo befa kweti kwan bi so a, omo be cripple GBC ankasa. Edi nipa na omo ye loyalist ema NDC for no. Afriyie ba be transfer dodo no a e do ma kunkurase. Na bebi e do omo kono ho so remote say, enipa na omo kono abeya omo adwene say no. I had one team in to make decide on resign. Now, when we resign here, our position, when we are for Munipa, invariably it means woman control GBC. When we say this way, we would not only have taken over the state broadcaster, but our plans to sell some of their frequencies would be met with little or no hesitation. Thirdly, the last straw is to continue to ensure that the GBC is inflicted with inadequate budgetary allocations that would justify the need to sell their frequencies. After much I say, we didn't pay cost hinterlands one baby we resign and no say after we man kaso ma ba betra ho we ma tonton licenses na mo ho no after we man ebe control stations no we my last push we push it said be ya afi GBC sika so me call ma GBC the adwuma no say sika na dodo na ye fema GBC for ni nyara no is to keep GBC inadequacy say be a GBC into me adwuma papa
yo 84 we and some year Kweku Annan edi atuga what the latest for a year na Asante Bediatuo the yade no ho se na what the atuga saso na wada a year and some for a year japade no ho e japade buki eno na ye kwa se fa kai pola do mo check ba ko wani bi na APP mu a what the and some go na ra atuga because GCD so na wo hwe no so we now subscribe we Bawumia say we subscribe to channels and say Hadia latest and hot news and kwa Eramede Bremo. I feel we are now like video and give us a thumbs up now feel share my of so now when you be here now who and someone also I will Ghana be one also with me share what you find some way now I will comment boxing mobeti nikabi in my next video.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.